Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Once again we have even more Star Wars gaming leaks and rumours, which shouldn't really come as any surprise anymore because I feel like I've covered at least 4 within the last 2 weeks. Now I'm doing that because a lot of people have been clickbaiting really hard on these, and I just want to try and help to temper expectations and be on the other side of that. As always with these kind of videos, do take them all with a grain of salt, as all of it could be false information. So once again, this leak was found on the Gaming Leaks Reddit, posted by a username named Orca is not alone. Now this is actually the same guy who said that upscaled versions of KOTOR 1 and 2 will be coming to modern consoles later this year, so this isn't his first leak like most others that I've covered before. If you haven't seen my video on the KOTOR leaks, then be sure to go ahead and check it out. I'll leave a link for you in the description below, and if you want to stay up to date with all things Star Wars gaming, then be sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any more videos. So this rumour is saying that EA will be releasing a smaller scale Star Wars game later this year. They claim the game has been in development for a little over 2 years and that it's a much smaller scale, so something similar to that of Squadrons as opposed to the likes of Fallen Order or Battlefront. They also go on to say that it's a shooter. They're not entirely sure if it's third or first person, just that it's a shooter of some kind. The game will supposedly release in Q4 of this year for all major platforms except from the Switch, and that it's being developed in the Unreal Engine. They finally add that they're unsure as to when a trailer will drop, but that's all from my Day of the Tentacle sources. What he actually means by that last part I have absolutely no idea, but Day of the Tentacle was a game released by LucasArts many years ago. As always with leaks and rumours, you should never really believe them fully or even at all until something official has been said, but I think it's exciting to think about, and like the other leaks I've covered, I thought I'd do some investigating. Firstly, I did try to contact the original poster, however unfortunately I've had no response. Going to his KOTOR rumour about 1 and 2 coming to consoles later this year, over the last week we've also had these stated by 2 other trusted sources. Bespin Bulletin reported last week that a new KOTOR project was in development somewhere outside of EA, and Jordan Mason also said that the original 2 games would be getting upscaled ports for consoles this year, along with a new KOTOR game being in the works, which is separate to the first 2 games, so one that could potentially bring it into the canon. So after hearing that, I'm somewhat inclined to believe, or at least have hope for his KOTOR rumour. Now that doesn't necessarily make this rumour about a smaller game from EA any more true. So like the KOTOR rumour, I did a little bit more investigating with it. I knew my good friend Sage, otherwise known as Uplink, had done a podcast with the Bespin Bulletin recently, so I decided to speak to him. I'll leave a link to Sage's channel in the description below for you to check out. And having asked Sage whether any of this leak seemed to line up with what Bespin Bulletin said, he actually told me that he himself has heard rumblings of EA working on a smaller scale game. However, he's not heard anything about a release date or anything else for that matter, simply that they are working on something. I then listened to his podcast with the Bespin Bulletin, and he said that outside of the Fallen Order sequel, they have 2 other games that I'm aware of in development, one being a smaller scale game. It's worth adding that this was all that was said, so once again nothing about a release date, simply that they've heard of a smaller project in development. Now after hearing all of this, I'm further inclined to think that this leak could have some truth to it. However, I'm not going to get my hopes up for any of this, as like most leaks and rumours, it could be a load of rubbish, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think we'll see a new Star Wars game from EA this year, or do you not? Now, it wouldn't really surprise me too much if we did. EA have been ramping up production on Star Wars games quite a bit recently, and with Squadrons last year we didn't hear anything about that until the week it was actually revealed back in June 2020, so there's always a chance that we could see something like this again. And to be fair, even Battlefront 2 was officially revealed on the same year as release, so there's absolutely no reason why this can't happen again this year with another game. Anyway guys, that is all I have for you today. Be sure to take this all with a grain of salt and wait for confirmation from any official accounts until you start really believing anything. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.